creaky floors. Thought the walls were thicker, didn't know what was in store. A few days later, just a normal Tuesday night, he came home to find his girlfriend. Her face had turned to white. She held a handwritten letter, said it came under the door, said everyone could hear them from the first floor to the fourth. It was signed by apartment 6, no name, just the room. And that's when the whole thing started, a comedy of doom. Sometimes you gotta know which door to knock on. Sometimes the neighbor ain't the one who wrote the song. He went to make it right, but it all went wrong. Now there's no sex at all, 'cause he stayed too long. He decided to be the adult, to show her he was tough. Knocked on apartment 6, thinking that was close enough. The door swung open wide, a jacked up gym bro stood there. Welcomed him inside like they were old friends from somewhere. He apologized for noises, for the late night show they'd heard. The gym bro looked confused, didn't understand a word. He showed the letter, gym bro read it, then he started laughing loud. Said he'd never write a letter, he was far too proud. Sometimes you gotta know which door to knock on. Sometimes the neighbor ain't the one who wrote the song. He went to make it right, but it all went wrong. Now there's no sex at all, 'cause he stayed too long. Jim bro called his buddies, even more jacked than him. They passed the letter round, started taking guesses on a whim. He just stood there awkwardly, trying to disappear, wishing he was anywhere but stuck in this frontier. Then Jim bro slapped his back and said the words that doomed the night. Never apologize for business, especially when you're doing right. If you're in the business of being balls deep in your bitch, then you keep on doing business. Don't you ever flinch or switch. Sometimes you gotta know which door to knock on. Sometimes the neighbor ain't the one who wrote the song. He went to make it right, but it all went wrong. Now there's no sex at all, 'cause he stayed too long. He just nodded, said goodbye, and shuffled back to his own door. His girlfriend had heard everything, through the wall and through the floor. She was waiting with her arms crossed, fire burning in her eyes. Said, "You let him call me a bitch, and you didn't even rise." He tried to explain the awkwardness, the gym bros, the fear, but she just rolled her eyes and said the words he didn't want to hear. She said her solution to the problem was simple, clean and clear. No more sex at all, not a whisper, not a tear. And that's how a handwritten letter signed by room 6 turned a love life into silence with a single selfish fix. So if you hear your neighbors, just leave a note and run, 'cause knocking on the wrong door, buddy, that ain't half as fun.